Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadramaya जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। Today disappearance day of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Gauridas Pandit. So we will be singing this Vaishnava song on that occasion. Jayanilo Premadhana Karuna Prachura Jayanilo Premadhana हे ना प्रभु को तागेला आचार्य ठाकुर कहा मोर स्वरूप रूपा कहा सनातन कहा मोर कहा दास रघुनाथ पतित पवन कहा मोर बट्टायुगा कहा कविराजा एक काले को गेला गोरा नटराजा पाषाणे कुटी भोमता आनाले पाशिबो गौरांगा गुणेरा निधि कोता गेले पाओ से सबा संगीरा संगे जे कोइलो विलासा से संगान पाया कांदे नरोत्तम दासा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तनम की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter 30, the activities of Prachetas, text 24. Namo Vishuddha Sattvaya Haraye Harimedase Vasudevaya Krishnaya प्रभवे सर्वसत्त्वं। नमो विशुद्धसत्त्वाय हरये हरिमेधसे वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय प्रभवे सर्वसात्वताम्। नमो विशुद्धसत्त्वाय हरये हरिमेधसे वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय प्रभवे सर्वसात्वताम्। नमो विशुद्धसत्त्वाय हरये हरिमेधसे कृष्णाय प्रभवे सर्वसात्वताम्। नमो विशुद्धसत्त्वाय हरये हरिमेधसे वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय प्रभवे सर्वसात्वताम्। नमो विशुद्धसत्त्वाय हरये हरिमेधसे वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय प्रभवे सर्वसत्त्वताम् नमो विशुद्धसत्त्वाय माता इस नमो विशुद्धसत्त्वाय हरये हरिमेधसे वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय प्रभवे सर्वसत्त्वताम् What word meaning? Namaha obeisances Vishuddha Sattvaya unto you whose existence is free from all material influence. Haraye who takes away all the miserable conditions of the devotees. Harimedase whose brain works only for the deliverance of the conditioned soul. Vasudevaya the all-pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishnaya unto Krishna. Prabhave who increases the influence. Sarvasatvatam of all kinds of devotees. Translation. Dear Lord, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you because your existence is completely independent of all material influences. Your Lordship always takes away the devotee's miserable conditions. For your brain plans how to do so. You live everywhere as Paramatma. Therefore, you are known as Vasudeva. You are also accept Vasudeva as your father, and you are celebrated by the name Krishna. You are so kind that you always increases the influence of all kinds of devotees. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. In the previous verse, it has been said, Gruhitamaya Gunavigrahaya, that the Lord accepts three kinds of bodies, Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, for the purpose of creating, maintenance, and annihilating the cosmic manifestation. The three predominating deities of the material universe, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, are called Guna Avataras. There are many kinds of incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the first incarnations within this material world are Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, Shiva. Out of these three, the Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva accept material bodies, but Lord Vishnu does not accept a material body. Lord Vishnu is therefore known as Vishuddha Sattva. His existence is completely free from contamination of the material modes of nature. One should therefore not think of that Lord Vishnu in the same category with Lord Brahma and Shiva. जय श्री सदा मदन मोहन की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौनिताय की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की. The Shastra forbids us to think in this way. Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahmarudradi Daivatam Samatvena Vikshesa Sa Pashandi Bhaved Dhruvam. One who considers Lord Vishnu to be in the same category with Devas like Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva, or who thinks Lord Brahma and Shiva to be equal to Lord Vishnu, to be considered as Pashandi, faithless non-believers. Therefore, in this verse, Lord Vishnu is distinguished in the words Namo Vishuddha Sattvaya. Although a living entity like us, Lord Brahma is exalted due to his pious activities. Therefore, he is given the highest post of Brahma. Lord Shiva is not actually like a living entity, but he is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His position is somewhere between Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Brahma, the living entity. Lord Shiva is therefore explained in Brahma Samhita in this way. Kshiram yada dadivikara visesha yoga sanjayate nati tatah pratagasti heto yashyam bhutamapi tata samupaiti karyat govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Lord Shiva is considered to be like yogurt, dahi. Yogurt is nothing but transformed milk. Nonetheless, yogurt cannot be accepted as milk. Similarly, Lord Shiva holds almost all the powers of Lord Vishnu, and he is also above the qualities of the living entity. But he is not exactly like Vishnu. Just as yogurt, although transformed milk, is not exactly like milk. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is also described herein as Vasudevaya Krishnaya. Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all the Vishnu expansions are his plenary portions or portions of his plenary portions, known as Swamsha and Kala. The Swamsha or direct expansion is also called Amsha. All Vishnu Tattvas are Swamsa, direct part and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Krishna is known as Vasudeva because he appeared in this material world as the son of Vasudeva. Similarly, he is known as Devaki Nandana, Yashoda Nandana, Nanda Nandana, and so on. Again and again, the Lord is very much interested in increasing the influence of his devotees. Therefore, he is described herein as Prabhave Sarva Sattvatam. The Sattvata community is a community of Vaishnavas, pure devotees of the Lord. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has unlimited powers, and he wants to see that his devotees are also entrusted with unlimited powers. A devotee of the Lord is always, therefore, distinguished from all other living entities. The word Hari means one who takes away all the miserable conditions, and Hari Medase means the Lord is always planning ways to deliver the conditioned soul from the clutches of Maya. The Lord is so kind that he personally incarnates to deliver the conditioned souls, and whenever he comes, he makes his plans. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I advent myself millennium after millennium. Since the Lord delivers all the conditioned souls from the clutches of Maya, he is known as Hari Medasa. In the list of incarnations, Krishna is described as the supreme and original personality of Godhead. Ete chamsa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Rudayanti Yuge Yuge. Krishna, the original personality of Godhead, appears in this material world when the demigods, who are devotees of the Lord, are disturbed by the demons. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, seeking blessings from His Grace Anandamai Prabhu and all the assembled devotees, so that I can glorify Bhagavatam as I heard from my superiors, for the glorification of the Lord and as service to all the Vaishnavas and for my own purification. Today is also disappearance day of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Gauridas Pandit. So along with today's purport, we'll discuss something about them also. It is said Vaishnavas appearance and disappearance both are things to celebrate, because when the Vaishnavas appear, they give understanding about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and our relationship with Lord, and inspire us to take to the path of Krishna consciousness and inspire us to go back to Godhead. In that way, their appearance is very auspicious. They come and tell us about Supreme Lord, and when they disappear, they go there and they tell Lord about all of us. You know, here these conditioned souls are there. They are practicing, struggling. So be compassionate to them. In that way, their going back is also is very very auspicious. So today is Srila Rupa Goswami, who is very main acharya of our sampradaya. We are called Rupanugas, and also Srila Gauridas Pandit. Tirobhav Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai, Srila Gauridas Pandit ki jai. So here now in today's verse, Prachetas are offering prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Bhagavatam is a book of prayers. We see in Bhagavatam there are so many prayers are there, beginning with Kunti Maharani prayers in the first canto, Prahlad prayers, Gajendra prayers, Dhruva Maharaj prayers, Gopi Geetam is there, Rudrasura prayers, Lord Brahma's prayers. Like that, if you count, it is so many book of so many prayers. So it shows something very important to us actually. Whenever a great personality is praying, you should observe very carefully, because they are giving right understanding about Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they are giving a most perfect understanding, because they are completely purified from their heart. They give perfect understanding about God. Because of our poor understanding about the Supreme Lord, we are not getting attracted towards Lord. So it is not actually what we see God, actually it is what is our understanding we are seeing towards Lord. That's why Krishna is not attractive. So here in this verse, Prachetas are offering prayers describing the Lord in this way. Here they are praying to the Lord as He is the one who is free from all material influence. And He is the one who takes away devotee's miserable condition. And Lord always plans hmm, uh, for the deliverance of living entity. So these are the some few qualities, and Lord is present everywhere. So these are all the things He is explaining. So one of the interesting thing is actually Lord is always thinking how to deliver all of us. In Mukundamala Stotra also, King Kulashekara offers this prayer. श्रीवल्लभेति वरदेति दयापरेति भक्तप्रियेति भवलुन्थनको विदेति नाथेति नागशयनेति जगन्निवासेति आलापिनं प्रतिदिनं कुरु मां मुकुन्द. So in that he also refers the same thing. Bhavaluntana kovideti. Kovida means very expert. Bhava luntana means Luntana means stealing. Bhava means it is cycle of repeated birth and death. Lord is so expert in stealing the cycle of repeated birth and death. It is said, and there is one entire Ashtakam is also there. Chauragraganya Purushashtakam. In that also, Krishna is glorified as a great thief. So, yadiyanamapi haratyasesham giri prasadanati paparashi. So, just by taking the name of the Lord, our sin is like a mountain, it is completely get exhausted. And the name of the Lord, Hari, the definition is Sarva Amangala Harihi iti Harihi. One who steals away all inauspiciousness from our life. So, who is expert thief in this world? Expert thief is he who will steal without our knowledge. We don't know, it is lost also. So, if you are coming to know, he is not expert thief. No? So, expert thief is such kind of thief, he will steal. We are not aware only, it is lost also. So, and that is what is the expert thief. So, similarly, the Lord and the pure devotees actually, their association is so intoxicating, so alluring that a living entity conditioned soul comes to Krishna consciousness. There are some devotees actually who told, Roji, we didn't realize also when we came to Bhakti, how we started, Bhakti, we started coming to temple, chanting, and when it started, we don't know, we started putting kantimala, we started putting tilak, we started wearing dhoti kurta, we given up, onion, garlic, and chai, coffee, and everything, how these things, how this transformation happened actually, it is so rapidly it happened actually, without our knowledge only it happened. So, and they are very happy about it also. Generally, if somebody is lost something, they will become very unhappy. But in the case of Lord stealing something, the person who is lost also is very, very happy also. So, in that way, Lord is considered actually Bhavalantana Kovideti. So, but unfortunately, what is happening in our life, we are gathering so many inauspicious things in our life, and we are thinking it is a great treasure, and we want to protect it, and we don't want to lose it. So, that is the state of living entity. That so, see, whole day, what living entity is meditating, if you see in the TVs, newspapers, social media, what things are shown is only inauspicious things are only shown. There is nothing auspicious things are not comes in any much newspaper. If you see any news, you see anywhere anything good thing they show, you have to search with a lens. Anything new good in the news. So 99.9% all are inauspicious things are only shown. So, and we are seeing and meditating day and night in our life with that, and we expect auspiciousness in our life. So, is it possible? Our whole meditation is on full of inauspicious things, and we expect something auspiciousness should happen in our life. So, it is not possible only. So, if something real auspiciousness should come in our life, then we should meditate on the BBC. It is told B for Bhagavad Gita, B for Bhagavatam, C for chanting of the holy name. So, if you have BBC, not the BBC channel, but this BBC, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and chanting of the holy name, so that brings about real auspiciousness. So here, Lord is described as Hari Medase. So can you imagine Lord how much he should be intelligent? Generally, if we are only so intelligent, then Lord is how much he is intelligent. So he is so intelligently always planning actually how to deliver the living entities. But living entity is also so intelligent actually. How to not to surrender to the Supreme Lord. So sometimes our intelligence surpasses the intelligence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead also. You know. And our acharya, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur tells one story. And there is a rich person is there. He has two children, very, very mischievous children. And no, he always want to get them educated and no, make them disciplined. So they are not getting, disciplined. So he calls so many teachers and no, try to tutor them. And because of their so much naughtiness, they drive away all the tutors also. All the tutors also offer obeisances. They tell that we can't, get well your children. So finally, he tutor one more intelligent teacher. And the teacher understand these children are very, very naughty. So we cannot start any direct education. So let us try in indirect way. So he tells children today, no, we are going to just play. No studies. Let us go for outing. Like that, he takes them for an outing and he takes them to a Goshala. And he says, here are the cows. See, each cow is having 4 legs. So, then can you tell me how many legs will be there for 3 cows together? So, let us count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then the 2 children are, their names are Lalu and Kalu. And they tell, "Hey brother, this fellow is trapping us. No, in the name of education, he is teaching us mathematics. No, let us not hear him anymore. Let us run away." So they run away from him. So in that way, the living entities are so mischievous. Actually, they are not in a mood to surrender. If they feel any little tinge of surrender is there in this, tinge of God consciousness is there, they immediately detect. My God, it is very dangerous actually. If you surrender little more also, they will completely make us change our lifestyle and Veshbhusha and everything, So let us keep safe distance. So that's how the living entities are also so intelligent actually. So, but in spite of that, Lord always makes the plans how to, engage the living entities, how to bring them towards the auspicious path. Actually, if God wants us to surrender, it's not so difficult actually to make us surrender. So, because God is a supreme controller, He can tell from tomorrow oxygen supply band. Then what we can do, right? We have to surrender. So, but God is so kind actually, He respects our free will. He doesn't force us to surrender. He expects us to surrender voluntarily and, by our own choice. Otherwise, for God to make us surrender and treat us like as slaves, it is not so difficult. In general, that's what we see in outside any companies. If they want to make them surrender, actually they can employ so many methods, understand. Either they will increase the salary and they will tell if you work more we will increase the salary like that. Like that they can control them through so many ways. But the Lord is not that kind of person actually, who wants us to surrender in this way. So we can see Krishna is called ocean of mercy. So we hear from the Bhagavatam, there are so many oceans are there. There is ocean of milk, ocean of sugarcane juice, ocean of ghee, ocean of oil, ocean of liquor. There are so many oceans we hear from the Bhagavatam. But here every day we recite the prayer, Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu is the ocean of compassion actually. That ocean we did not know. So anywhere wherever Karuna is there actually, it is that we can see that Lord gives more than what we deserve. So that is what is Karuna is all about actually. With little thing, whatever we do, the reciprocation of Lord is something very, very great. So even that Karuna is also sometimes is not understood by the living entity. So Lord becomes more merciful than what he is. So how can ocean become more than what ocean is? So that is what is the Lord actually. So when Lord becomes more merciful than what he is, then Krishna becomes as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is said, in ocean crosses the border, then that is called tsunami. Tsunami is actually ocean goes out of the way and submerges the nearby towns and villages. So in that way, when Lord Chaitanya comes, actually he extends the mercy of Lord Krishna. So in that way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu see that actually these living entities are not in a mood to accept the teachings of the Lord. So what we have to do is actually we have to set an example by our own, by which we inspire the living entities to become Krishna conscious. In that way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts sannyas, and he sees people naturally respect those who are in the renounced order. So in order to facilitate all the conditioned souls Krishna consciousness, Krishna comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and accepts sannyas and go in the streets and canvasses about the chanting of the holy name. Still it is seen some living entities are still envious. They are not in a mood to accept that also. So then Lord didn't stop there also. He devised even more further plan. He told Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he is Avaduta, you get married and you go door to door and beg every living entity, fall at their feet and beg every living entity to accept Krishna consciousness. So in that way, Lord Nityananda goes door to door and he begs every living entity. Prabhura ajnaya bhai, magi bhiksha, bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, koro Krishna siksha. Krishnera samsara kori chadi anachar, jivedaya Krishna nam sarva dharmasar. So in that way, Nityananda Prabhu, he is expansion of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and he is going towards all living entities, begging, falling at their feet, requesting. So this is the always Lord is planning actually how to deliver the conditioned souls, making newer and newer plans. So this is what actually we can see in the life of Srila Prabhupada also, how he is always thinking and planning how to reach most of the people in this world, how to reach. So when Prabhupada was in the before going to the West also, he always used to plan actually, I have to publish BTG magazines, and he makes a list of the countries, to which countries he is going to send BTG magazines and how much count also. So he lists around 20-30 countries actually. He makes a count also. This country 10,000, this country 1,500, this country 5,000 magazines. Like that he writes, and he writes a letter also to some of the well-wishers kind of people. Please contribute so that we can reach all these countries and all these people this literature. So like that actually Prabhupada always used to plan, how we can reach through so many conditioned souls. And we can see in the life of Prabhupada also, Srila Rupa Goswami plays very important role, because Prabhupada chosen to stay in that place where Rupa Goswami Samadhi is there. So when Prabhupada, after he retired from his family life and accepted Vanaprastha and Sannyas, Prabhupada used to stay in Vrindavan in Vamshi Gopal temple in the beginning. And while he was staying in Vamshi Gopal temple, he comes to know about there is a rooms are available in this temple, Sri Radha Damodar temple. So he was given invitation by that Gorachand Goswami of that Mata. Then Prabhupada feel very inspired actually to, this is very great opportunity to stay in this place. So at that time Prabhupada goes and sees that place, and the rent of that place rooms is 5 rupees at that time. 2 rooms are rented 5 rupees. And Prabhupada sees actually, but the rooms are not in a place where we can live. So, but Prabhupada decides that I am going to stay there, and he starts paying rent to that place. And Prabhupada thinks it requires a little renovation, renovation of some, walls and floor, and some, there is no electricity also. So Prabhupada decides we should renovate this place and we can stay here. For renovation, it requires 500 rupees. Can you imagine? Rent is 5 rupees, renovation is 500 rupees, means how many times? 100 times. So it is 2000 rupees rent, means it is 2 lakhs rupees renovation. That also you only has to do. That one is not going to do. So it takes 3 years for Prabhupada to get that amount, and he slowly renovates that place and he shifts there after that. So Prabhupada was always used to pray at the Samadhi Mandira of Srila Rupa Goswami, because Rupa Goswami is the recipient of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale. So he is fulfilled the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally want to go to Vrindavan and stay there and build temples, excavate holy places, write books. All these things Chaitanya Mahaprabhu couldn't do. He entrusted that to Rup Sanatan. So in that way, Rupa Goswami completely established the mission of Lord Chaitanya in this world. So, and not only that Radha Damodar Mandir, that deities are personally carved by Rupa Goswami and they are gifted to Jiva Goswami. And Prabhupada every day used to go to the Samadhi of Rupa Goswami and cry, and used to broom that place, and used to say that my spiritual master gave me an impossible mission. So please help me. So it is said that Prabhupada one day he gets the darshan of Rupa Goswami personally. Rupa Goswami personally appears before Srila Prabhupada and blesses him that you will be successful in this mission. So in that way, Prabhupada always used to say we are all Rupa Anugas, followers of the Rupa Goswami. So in our Sampradaya there are 3 things: Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. So Rupa Goswami is the Abhideya Acharya. So Sambandha is our relationship with the Lord, and Abhideya, what we do in that relationship. That's what is important. In this world, many people make relationships But to maintain that relationship, we have to do something. You know, that what you do in that relationship that enhances your relationship or spoils your relationship. So, in that way, it is what abhidaya which is strengthens our relationship or spoils our relationship also. So, Rupa Goswami is the abhidaya acharya. If you see Nectar of Devotion, it is full of so many, you know, uh, vidhi and so many rules and regulations actually, which we have to perform, by which we become a pure devotee. Prabhupada always used to say that actually our process is like turning a bell metal into gold. So if you see bell metal, it is of not so costly, right? That's why we hang outside. Nobody is inspired to steal. If it is gold, if you keep it, anybody can steal, right? So we are all like bell metals actually, and the process of initiation is turning a bell metal into gold. And Prabhupada used to say one more thing. It is like a turning a crow class people into swan class people. Crow and swan completely of different nature. Where crow resides and where swan resides, the habits of the crow and habits of the swan are completely different. So it is almost in material sense, it is impossible to change a crow into swan or bell metal into gold. But on the spiritual level, if somebody follows the teachings and regulations given by Rupa Goswami, a crude materialistic person can become a great lover of Supreme Lord Krishna. So, in that way, Rupa Goswami is our Prayojana Acharya. So, and this is about Srila Rupa Goswami and a little bit about Srila Gauridas Pandit. So, even today also is that place is there, Ambika Kalna. That place, in that the deities of Gauridas Pandit are there. So, very interesting that story comes that one day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu, on the repeated request of Srila Gauridas Pandit, visits that place, Ambika Kalna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu stays there and do Kirtan, and discuss Bhagavatam with Gauridas Pandit and accepts Prasadam. So Gauridas Pandit was fully happy. And after few days, Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda says that it is, we spent sufficient time with you. Now it is time for us to go. We have so many preaching engagements. So, but Gauridas Pandit say no. So I cannot live without you. So you have to be here. So at that time, Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda says actually, okay, uh, we will give an option to you. So they expand into two. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu become two, Nityananda Prabhu become two. And again they continue the same things. Chanting, dancing. And at that time two Chaitanyas, two Nityanandas are dancing. And they are discussing Bhagavatam, they are having prasadam and everything. So like that, again few days continues. And at that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, now, I am giving you one option. One of the set you can keep here. Another set will go. So Gauridas Pandit thinks, okay, this is also good option only. So he says actually, so he keeps one Gaura and one Nitai with him. And as soon as which he selects, that will turn into deities of Gaur Nitai. And other Gaura and Nityananda, they start leaving, they going towards the exit. Then Gauridas Pandit, no, this is cheating, He says, no, I don't want you, I want you, you are going, you stay, you can go. Then say, okay. So then they come and they again become like, deities of Gaura and Nitai. Those deities again become alive and they start moving. He think, no, no, you come back, you stay, you go. So again they say, okay, all right. So that Chaitanya Nitai again comes and he stays here. Again they become deity and these also start becoming Gaur Nitai and they go. So this happens so many times to and fro. He tests thoroughly, and he finally understands that this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu determined that to go, we cannot stop, and they are proving that these deities are non-different from them. So in that way, he accepts, and the Gaurnita deities are still there in the Ambika Kalna. So it carries very very important actually message. Actually, when I recently went to that place, I felt so. Having the representatives of the Lord as deities in our home or any place, it makes sense only when you really feel the need actually of their presence in our life. Hmm? Because Gauridas Pandit really felt the need of presence of the Lord. He cannot live without them. So Lord himself became, manifested himself as deity. So the purpose of deity is to always feel the presence of the Lord in our life. So they are as good as Supreme Lord staying with them. It's not actually any other, as idol or diorama or anything actually. So because Gauridas Pandit felt actually, I cannot live without having Gaurnita in my life actually. Lord reciprocated them, reciprocated in that way. And actually, that further some story also comes actually that Gauridas Pandit has one disciple, Hridayananda, and one time Gauridas Pandit entrusts the service of Gaurnitai to Hridayananda and he goes for some preaching. And the time is approaching for the celebration of Gauru Purnima festival. But the spiritual master is coming, it is getting late. He has to do so many arrangements, you know. So he starts actually making all the arrangements and everything, sending invitations to all the devotees. And finally, Gauridas Pandit arrives there and he sees actually all the arrangements are done. So he becomes very happy, hmm, internally, but externally he becomes angry, saying that you became very advanced. You can function without me also, right? So you are so much capable of celebrating all the festivals and rendering the service to the Lord yourself directly. So why do you stay here? You go and open your own center. So like that he becomes angry externally and he sends Hridayananda out of that mata. And Hridayananda finally, uh, with great unhappiness, he leaves that place and he, sets up his own and he starts worshipping Gaunitai and he is performing Kirtan. And this Gauridas Pandit observes that actually there is some Kirtan is going on somewhere and he is worshipping his Gaunitai here in this altar. And he wanted to go and see, but he cannot drop the worship in between. And while worshipping, he sees actually Gaunitai jumped out of the altar and running towards that place. And Gauridas Pandit becomes so angry towards Gaunitai. How dare you are, while I am worshipping you, you are leaving this place. So he takes a stick and runs along with the Gaunitai. And Gaunitai running and go to the place where Hridayananda is doing his bhajan. So Gaunitai enters into the heart of Hridayananda. So in that way, Hridayananda becomes Hridaya Chaitanya. So Gauridas Pandit so happy seeing his disciple so much advanced in Krishna consciousness and able to please Gaurnitai so much. And we see that Hridayananda's disciple is Shyamananda Pandit, who is Dukhi Krishna. So what we see that Shyamananda Prabhu and Nartan Das Thakur and Srinivas Acharya are the first preachers in our Sampradaya who started preaching from Vrindavan, distributing books and spreading Krishna consciousness. So here also it is said actually, Lord is always want to empower his devotees more and more. He wanted to increase the influence of his devotees more and more. So that's what we see. Actually, somebody asked Srila Prabhupada that Lord Chaitanya preached only in India, but he told Prudviteya Nagradigram. So why he did not preach all over the world? And Prabhupada told actually that if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants, he could have done it actually, but he want to give that credit to all of us. So in that way, Lord is so happy actually to empower his devotees even more than him also, and takes pleasure in that. In this world, actually, we become somewhat inferiority complex. If somebody is excelling more than us, we feel that actually how he is becoming more than me, and we become envious. But that we don't see in the Lord and his pure devotees. They will feel more and more delighted actually, others doing more service than themselves. So in that way, today is very auspicious disappearance day of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Gauridas Pandit. These are a few thoughts about today's verse. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Randara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki, Srila Gauridas Pandit ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. His Grace Anandmai Prabhu, you want to say something?
No, another subject matter. Yesterday was started the Julan Yatra. I wanted to know exactly whether this Julan Yatra was also celebrated earlier by the disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati in the Gaudiya Math. Or do they, because I heard also that we are not qualified to participate in this festival. There's a very intimate lila between Radha and Krishna and other gopis. So I wanted to hear from you. What is the position exactly?
Hare Krishna. I thought Prabhuji is going to enlighten something. So, with the blessings of Prabhuji, I want to speak something. That every day we recite in the Guru Ashtaka prayer, Nikunjayono Ratikeli Siddhai Yayarbhi Yukti Tatradi Daksha Tativallabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanavindam. So the spiritual master is very expert in assisting gopis and manjaris in the intimate leelas of the Lord. So in that way we celebrate so many very intimate festivals like Juran Yatra, Chandan Yatra, that Dole Yatra, like that many festivals we celebrate. But it is spiritual master is expertly engaging all of us and giving us the entrance into the very intimate circle of the Lord. Why? Because actually spiritual master is always present in the leelas of the Lord. That's what we recite the before verse. Sri Radhika Madhavayora Paro Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namna Pratikshana Aswadhana Lupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. The spiritual master is always meditating Pratikshana Aswadhana. So he is always meditating in the leelas of the Lord. Nama Rupa Guna Leela. So he is always personally present in the spiritual realm. And he is there also, he is here also for us. So he is the connecting force between ourself and Krishna. So in that way, it is not our devotion we are expressing actually, because the spiritual master ignited some devotion towards the Lord that is manifested in this way, that we are trying to decorate something, and it is not our devotion, it is the ignition which happened, which is lighted, the lamp of love which is lighted by spiritual master into our hearts. So that is we are trying to illuminate. So in that humble mood, if we can render this service, that's what my humble opinion. Hare Krishna. His Grace Anandamaya Prabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.